Hey there, everybody. What's going on? It's Caden here, and this is the SOS update number 13. Now, here's the reason why it took me so long. So, if you guys don't know, every single time that I release an update for SOS, I release it by version. And I've had a GitHub for it ever since version 0.8. And there's 0.9 or 0.09. Version 0.10, 11, and right now I'm on 14. Now the last update that you saw was version 0.12.09. And I was going to show you here, but the things that I made weren't necessarily very showable, I guess you can say. Anyway, so I just wanted to leave it until I had something better, and well, now it's version 0.14.28, and so I do have some stuff that I would like to show you. Now, the reason why you're starting to see more detail assets is because I am now in the process of actually creating the levels. This is going to be the 4th level right here. I have the levels written down, planned, etc. This actually needs a little bit of replanning because there's a small glitch, and if your computer is any slower than mine, the player will fall right through the floor because there's reasons for that, and I know how to fix it. It's just I wasn't going to fix it until after this update. But anyway, so what this level here is this is a level called Acid Labs, and you'll see in a moment. I've been messing around with things like the filter effects, and for the most part, I've been pushing out art assets, especially learning how to make even better textures or how to make better looking models, or I've been actually doing a lot more work in that field, and there's going to be a few things that are going to be missing out. I'm not going to be showcasing to you guys the conveyor belt because the conveyor belt kind of didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to, and I have a way to fix it, but it'll be the way that I have to fix it. It'll be in a later update because it's a strange way. And the other thing is the flamethrower, which I'm not making due to the fact that, at least not right now, due to the fact that I need to learn how to better make, what are those called? Particle effects. And the way that I'm going to be doing it from now on is I'm actually going to be going through a editor known as popcorn effects. So I'll be using popcorn effects now, and I just have to learn how to get it to fucking work first, because that's my biggest issue, is that I don't actually know how it works per se. I've looked up a few tutorials, so I know how to navigate, and that's about it. And so I'm going to be going through more written tutorials and really figuring out how to work that program, and then hopefully the effects that I have will be better than the simple effects that I've been making this entire time. So let's begin with the level here. I don't have a lot on the level currently. It's maybe about a minute or a minute and a half worth of gameplay, and I have shown this to a few people, and they all seem to enjoy it. But anyway, so oh yeah, these pages are actually all real 3D geometry. Now here's something that's fun. You're gonna see my frame rate at the top there. It would be a lot better if I actually had done my, whatever it's called, my optimization properly, but I haven't. So none of these things have LODs on them yet, which they will. By the time that I release a demo, all of my models that are in the game thus far will have at least 7 LOD models, and it'll just be one very boring night of making LOD models. But anyway, I digress. Let's go up this here ladder. And, same systems apply here. Turning on the power will also activate the doors as well as the lights. You'll notice these PVC pipes here. I don't know what's going on with the lighting here. What I might have to do is, before I release a demo, after I've got all my things in place, is I might export the level as a 3D model into Blender, and then just combine all of these parts into their own separate pieces, and then re-import them, and the whatever this is called, the lighting will suit them a lot better. Anyway, let's continue on. I should probably do some ambient occlusion maps for these at some point too, but we'll see. Alright, so if I go over here, this is the biggie that I've done. At least this is what I think is the coolest thing that I've done here so far. If you don't notice, this is the level of detail that I want to have by the end, the standard, I would say. And if you notice, this is probably where my frame rate... No, my frame rate takes the lowest when I look that way, but you'll know why in a moment. But this is the second lowest area, and that's because you have all these things. And, of course, each one is their own kind of brand, and each one is their own thing. Bleach, Dust Bunny Exterminator, Spruce Sol, Sponge City. And there's some boxes. There's some toilet paper. There's a bucket. There's a little spongy mop kind of looking thing, and there's a broom. Of course, you know, all these pipes with all these different things. There's a pipe handle right there. There's a computer with a little Easter egg on it. Yeah, no, I've been working a lot on making the art assets because, like I said, I'm now working on the levels, so there's not really any gameplay mechanics that I'm working on currently. Sure, there's going to be one or two new things that are going to be popping up, and when I get the obstacles finally fully realized, but it's not really something that's on my mind right now, because I'm not in any position to really work on them. So when I get to that position, I'll worry about it, but until that time. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Oh, damn it, I thought I had that. And there we go. So this is why my my FPS tanks. If I just go to view mode and wireframe. Ta-da! That's a tessellated mesh right there. And the reason being why I have that is so I don't have to animate it myself. And it all kind of bumps up and down like you see. Isn't that cool? Let's move on. So the majority of this level isn't anything that you haven't seen already, mind you. But as I keep going forward in with the game, I might be updating you. I won't be updating you on many of the levels. What I mean by that is even if I'm working on, let's just say, I'm working on 2 or 3 levels at once. Right now I'm only working on this one, but in later time, because I don't want to spoil the whole game for you guys in the dev diaries, I'll instead be focusing on making sure that, you know, you get to see the updates and the new things in the game through the through probably this level actually. And that'll be things like updates in sounds, updates in, I don't know, the way the player reacts to things. But other than that, you know, just the fine tweaking kind of stuff now that I have the majority of the game, the gameplay fleshed out, and I'm now working on, you know, the levels specifically. So you'll see that stuff mostly in this level, but every now and then I might sneak peek a different level or whatever, or maybe get a screenshot out. And that's really it. That's all I got to tell you. This level is this level. This is going to be the level that introduces the launchers, which is kind of funny because I think it was one of the first gameplay elements I made. But so this level introduces the launchers. So that'll be fun. This is a little trap. You step on it, it breaks. I thought that was a good idea. And yeah, that's all I got right now though. So I have to say thank you all so much for watching. Once again, if you guys have any questions, comments, or critiques, just go ahead and put them down in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I always reply to every single comment and all that, so don't worry about that. And that is all. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. And hopefully next time you'll actually get to see this level in its completed state, and if not, then around that area. I've got a lot of work to go and I got a lot of stuff to do. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.